Hello.
Good evening, and welcome to Level Bosses. It's a new show, the new format.
Woo.
As you may have noticed, you can see us now.
What? So that's what you look like.
Technology marches on. So this is the new Level Bosses. Jay Vega is not with us currently. He is on assignment in Little China. Hopefully he will not run into any big trouble.
And hopefully you didn't hear that from us. Meh?
I am your new host. My name is King Bradley.
And I am Morgan Fable. On tonight's show, we have your weekly nerd news, comics, and the special feature on Pokémon Go.
But we begin tonight with what we nerded out on.
Well, actually, we'll start with what you nerded out on. The Great Debate said, is it okay if I nerded out over shooting the World Fair 1893 play video? And the Great Debate's next Kickstarter.
How did he shoot the World's Fair of 1893?
Details.
I'm a little
It
confused.
says play video.
Michael on Facebook says, "Heroes! Can't wait for the return."
Aww.
Now, reading that, I was wondering if he was calling us heroes and he was waiting for our return. But upon closer thought, he is probably excited for Heroes Reborn. When does that start? The 24th? Yeah.
Well, we're pretty exciting too. So.
We're heroes too. He can be excited for both.
So thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Charlie said, aside from Destiny and prep for the Taken King, I've also been playing Star Wars Uprising, which can be the best described as a combination of Mass Effect and Diablo, but on a mobile platform. He highly recommends it.
I actually haven't even heard of that game.
I haven't either.
Everything Star Wars related is being drowned out by Battlefront hype.
Oh my gosh. I'm surprised you haven't heard of it.
Likewise.
You of all people.
Yeah, me, the Star Wars zealot.
Right. So what did you nerd out on?
Rage.
Rage?
I mostly nerded out on Rage because if any of you who have listened to the old show and heard us cover E3 last year, one of the things that I was most excited for was Super Mario Maker, the new game that allowed you to design your own Mario stages.
Yeah.
So, a friend of mine on Facebook towards the end of last week was making messages about the game and about putting up a stage.
Okay.
And I guess I wasn't paying enough attention to know when the game actually released. So it came out on the 11th last week.
You have been so excited about this game, and you didn't even...
And now it's been out for half a week, and it's out of my hands because I just spent money on Taken King, so I'm not getting it for at least another 2 weeks. But yeah, so there's that. But on top of that, Team 4-Star released the 50th episode of Dragon Ball Z Abridged on Monday. So props to them on the milestone 50th episode, and it's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Really? Probably their best.
Vegeta's trash talking is off the charts, and I don't as much as I guess the over 9,000 joke would be appropriate there.
Yeah.
It doesn't even do it justice.
Whatever. Are you serious?
It's great stuff.
Hey,
so
congrats
if you
to
haven't
y'all.
seen it yet, episode 50 is out. Check it out on team4star.com, right at the front of the page.
Awesome.
What about you, Morgan?
Well, I don't know if I really want to say, but I, a few weeks ago, downloaded a mobile app, or a mobile game for My Little Pony.
Oh, boy.
I swear I'm not one of those people, but it's like, I don't have a mobile game, and it's just adorable, and it's easy to just be like, click, click, click. Like,
exactly what one of those people would say.
I know! I'm trying so hard to not be one of those people. But I swear, if you look at my house, I have no My Little Pony items except a Pinkie Pie plush that Devin got me.
It's all Fox stuff mostly.
It's mostly Fox stuff. That's why, because I can't have people think of me as that My Little Pony chick. I have to stay that Fox chick. I mean, I'm freaking wearing a Fox shirt.
Hey.
Just for the start of this show. I know we're supposed to be wearing the nerd attire, but I am the Fox girl. I am Fable. I am Irish Night Fox. Like, could it be any more obvious? So moving on. To make me sound even cooler now, I got back into Diablo 3.
What?
We Testify, aka Devin. That's why I'm sorry I keep saying your name wrong. Testify.
The artist formerly known as Devin.
I know. We used to play on the computer, and now we got it for Xbox One. And I love it. I love playing off the console because you can just sit on your couch and veg and just smash faces in.
I've never heard of anyone leaving the PC Master Race.
Oh, I know, right? And actually enjoying it.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I know. It's a first one for me, too, because I started out my life with MMOs. So.
Oh, that's right.
Exactly. So that's what we nerded out on. That's what you all nerded out on. If you didn't tell us what you nerded out on, but you would like to be on the show one day, then shoot us a Twitter or tweet.
A tweet.
A Twitter. Shoot us a tweet, Facebook message, whatever. Just post on our wall. We'll get it. And we will talk about you.
Throw us the hashtag nerded out so it'll stand out.
Exactly. Great. Well, next up we get into the juicy bits of the show,
yes.
News.
So we begin our week recap of last week with Nintendo. A memo released on September 14th, and forgive me, I want to make sure I get all the details and especially the pronunciations correctly, announced new personnel changes in the company. Specifically, Tatsumi I knew I was going to get it wrong. Tatsumi Kimishima.
There you go.
The general manager of corporate analysis and administration and the GM of the general affairs division, as well as the individual in charge of human resources, has been named the 5th president of Nintendo, succeeding Satoru Iwata following his passing.
Well, no wonder with all those titles.
Yeah.
He's been handling a lot.
A statement with the memo, a quote from the memo states,
there you go.
"We aim to strengthen and enhance the management structure of the company following President Representative Director Satoru Iwata's passing on July 11th, 2015, and a large-scale revision of the organizational structure of the company on September 16th, 2015. So Mr. Kimishima will also be gaining the title of Representative Director, a title he will be sharing with Shigeru Miyamoto and Genyo Takeda, who themselves will be gaining the newly established titles of Creative and Technological Fellows, respectively.
What? So, really? These titles, man?
Mm-hmm. So
we need to retitle ourselves.
Do we? Oh, actually, I've already been working on that, but we'll talk about that later.
Oh, my.
But yeah, so no, the new titles of fellows are individuals chosen among the representative directors who have a lot of skill and experience in a specific area.
Okay, that makes sense.
So they'll be sort of the advising mentors of those particular departments.
Okay, perfect.
And all these changes will be taking place today, actually, September 15th. 16th is when they all went into effect. So, bravo Nintendo, keep powering through.
Good job.
The show must go on.
Yeah, some way or another.
The games must keep being made.
The master race must continue.
Yes. Oh, you know exactly what to say to get my blood pumping again.
So not talking about the master race, Ubisoft announced that they plan on opening a next generation theme park in Malaysia.
What is next generation theme park?
I have no idea. But I guess what it means is they're basically taking rides and shows. It's all an indoor, a 10,000 square meter indoor park.
Okay.
That's just going to have rides and shows based on games and characters from their franchise.
What franchise? Ubisoft has
like
the Tom
Assassin's Creed, Watch Dogs, Splinter Cell.
Yeah, the Tom Clancy stuff, Watch Dogs. I forgot about Watch Dogs and Assassin's Creed. Those are like their
big.
Those
names.
are the big three.
So I mean, I think they're trying to. Who else was it that's starting a theme park? They're trying to basically.
I think it's Nintendo.
Keep up with them, like
Master Race, baby. Yeah.
So. It won't be ready until 2020.
What?
And it's in Malaysia. So if you guys want to go and you're here in the US with us, then get us a ticket. We want to go with you.
Yeah, because I'm already planning a 2020 trip for Tokyo for the Olympics.
There you go.
So I won't be able to do both. If y'all want to provide us with tickets,
there you go.
I'm down.
Whatever. We appreciate it.
I would love to gear up like Sam Fisher.
So it's interesting, all these next generation theme parks coming out that are focused on video games. I mean, we have Disneyland from movies. We have normal old Six Flags and things like that.
Right.
Why not video games?
Oh, was that passing it to me?
I was going to wait and see if you had a comment. Otherwise,
I don't, because that is an excellent question. Why not?
Because otherwise, there you go, your turn.
But on the subject of otherwise video game-based entertainment,
there you go.
Any of you guys who have ever been to any of the numerous video game symphony orchestras that have become popular in recent years have noticed that we've seen stuff from Square Enix, we've seen Nintendo, but Sega has been conspicuously absent from these events.
Didn't even notice.
And on the Facebook page of Yuji Naka, who was the former leader of Sonic Team, one of the original programmers of Sonic the Hedgehog, is advertisements for and I want to make sure I get this right, for Game Symphony Japan, which is going to be taking place on October 10th of this year. And judging by the program, it looks like the music is going to be largely Sega-based.
Wow.
So that is where Sega's music has been going. It has not left the country.
No.
I'm a little disgruntled by that.
So where is it? It's going to be in Japan?
Yeah.
Shoot.
Unfortunately, like I said, I saw it on Yuji Naka's page. It is not translated.
That sucks.
So all I've got is as far as details, all I've got is the date.
No, well, whatever. There you go. If you can read Japanese,
yeah,
or if you're in Japan,
check out the ad. It'll go over our faces.
Over our faces.
And you can. Oh, you know what? I have a Japanese friend who may be watching, so maybe.
Please help us.
Please help us.
We want to know. Cool.
But also on the subject of Sega, it seems that they've decided to pull a Nintendo recently.
Oh.
The latest Sonic Boom game for the 3DS, Sonic Boom Fire and Ice, which was originally scheduled for a 2015 release, has been pushed back to 2016. We currently do not have an official date on that. It's coming out, quote, whenever they're ready. So...
Hey, I can support that, though.
Yeah, I mean... Sega has had a bit of a hard time, especially with their Sonic games, about rushing them out for deadlines.
Exactly.
One particular example is Sonic 3, when it was coming out for the Sega Genesis and actually got broken up into two games. We got Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and we got Sonic and Knuckles. And the whole reason there was that issue of connecting the Sonic 3 cartridge to the Sonic and Knuckles cartridge is because if you played them individually, you can tell they were pretty much the exact same game. So, I don't know. I mean, I guess this works out for them. It worked out for Nintendo on numerous occasions, particularly Ocarina of Time. That got pushed back 3 or 4 times, and the product we got is still heralded as one of the best video games of all time.
And then you compare it to games that we have nowadays that they just push something out, and then they have to completely revamp on the spot. Master Chief Collection, Destiny.
Yeah, with the rise of DLC, we are seeing more of a trend of getting incomplete games released. So...
stupid.
So, yeah. I haven't said this in a long time, but props to Sega.
Yep, there you go, exactly.
As lame as check yourself before you wreck yourself sounds, it's astonishingly appropriate in this case.
Testifies, like, number one
Is it
saying.
really?
Yeah, so please do that, thank you. All right, back onto Nintendo.
Yay!
Splatfest, Splatoon's next North American Splatfest, will begin Saturday, September 19th, 9 p.m. Pacific time.
Wait, 9 p.m. Pacific time, so we're in Central. That's, what, 7?
Yes, I think.
I'm getting my time going.
No,
confused.
we're Central, so if you mean like where Virginia and stuff is? That's only an hour ahead of us.
Wait, yeah, and we're ahead of them, so... Bottom line is, I will actually be home for this.
Oh, well, there you go. Congratulations.
Yay.
So this time it'll be art against science. Basically, it's, how do you say? You said like a team battle tournament style.
Yeah.
So you pick a side, you battle the other side, and you get cool stuff.
But this is like a national online thing.
Sort
of like when they used to do their old Pokemon tournaments in malls. The big large-scale stuff like that.
I would... definitely join art if I had Splatoon.
Oh, absolutely. You don't have Splatoon.
I don't. Because I was so excited about this game. I was so excited. I was like, Devin and I will play all the time. And then I found out that it was not split screen co-op.
That's right. I remember that.
So I refused to get it.
Because when we talked about... when we talked about E3 on the old show, pretty much I covered pretty much everything Nintendo. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I do believe I mentioned that it wasn't having that split screen capability, which it totally could, considering how integral the gamepad is.
Yep.
But then again, that's also probably why not, because you can only have one gamepad to a console. I mean, whether or not that much makes sense is an entirely other debate, but...
I don't know. I know I saw the commercials, went on, watched all the, Twitch streams, and I was so into it. I was so ready for this game. And then, no. If I don't play video games with Devin, I just don't play video games.
Fair enough.
I'm just the type that I'm a people person, party playing person.
You're a communal gamer.
Yes. So if I don't get to have people that I can sit there and chat with, hang out, and have a good time, then no thank you.
Right.
And this is the funny bit. Disney Infinity has started their own Squid Wars.
What? Okay, go on.
Listen to this quote. Grab your ink gun and paint your turf as quickly as you can. Ambush the competitor's turf with your color ink to call yourself the squiddiest kid on the block.
Well, that sounds suspiciously like... Really?
So I went through kind of some of the comments to see what people were saying about it. Some people were saying it was fun. Most people, of course, saw Splatoon in this. They were saying, it's Splatoon without the charm.
Disney, I know you're buying up everything, but you can't have Nintendo in your sights.
And so everybody was freaking out. They're like, isn't this a copyright infringement? Like, blah, blah, blah. And somebody did say they're getting away with it by not selling it.
Okay.
So it's just it's a toy box, I don't know what the word is, for Disney Infinity. So you have your little characters and you can go in and play this game free of cost.
Okay, so, Disney.
Yeah. I don't know if they were working on something together, if it's just them being kind of quirky. I don't know, but they're getting away with it so far.
Wow. One of these days, Disney. But anyway, back to the company that will eventually cook and eat you. Nintendo of America is partnering again with the Starlight Children's Foundation to bring what they call the healing power of play. I love that line.
I do like that. Healing power of play.
They're bringing the healing power of play to pediatric patients across the planet. Oh, alliteration! Yes! I was hoping I could make that work.
And you did.
So they've recently announced plans to upgrade their Wii-based entertainment units, what they call... Oh, what do they call? What they call
fun centers?
Fun centers. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It was on the tip of my tongue.
It's not something you would think about something a little more creative, but fun centers, that works.
It says what it needs to say.
There you go.
But yes, so they've announced they're getting an update, and they've been described by patients, by parents, by child care professionals that they are a critical tool in aiding the well-being of hospitalized children.
Wow. So
that's really cool that Nintendo's putting forth this effort.
Well, and it's really cool that people are noticing how much it helps kids.
Yeah, because especially kids that are hospitalized or like in ICU, it provides them with a sense of normalcy. It lets them, have fun with friends and family while they're hospitalized.
And it kind of distracts you from what's going on during that time.
But and this is the cool thing. This is what I'm going to make sure I get all the details right on. Because first and foremost, the fun centers are getting an upgrade from the Wii to the Wii U.
Nice.
So that's nice. The new fun centers come with a flat panel screen.
Nice.
The Wii U, as I already mentioned. A wired gamepad. A Wiimote Plus with a nunchuck. And a 2 terabyte Seagate external hard drive.
What in the world could they use with that much?
Well, I'm sure that part of it is the 25 pre-installed games that it's coming with.
Are you even kidding me right now?
Including the new including but not limited to the new Donkey Kong Country and Mario Kart 8.
Oh, okay.
Games that I could, those two alone, spend days playing. So
That's awesome.
And on top of everything else, they're also going to come with video.
You okay?
No, I totally stumbled. I got tongue-tied.
On what?
on pre-installed video-on-demand apps such as Netflix.
Oh my gosh.
So you're going to get a chance to play,
Watch TV.
Wow. It's going to be like you're sitting in your living room.
Yeah.
On a hospital bed.
Hi.
If that sounded a little insensitive, I apologize.
So sad. But I mean, it's bringing comfort to those that don't regularly get to see it.
Exactly. And the cool thing is they come with 3-year warranties. Mm-hmm. They come with they are specifically, I guess I want to use modified for hospital safety measures.
That makes sense, yeah.
To reduce infection, stuff like that. And the really cool thing about these is that they are super accessible. You can wheel these new fun centers directly into the child's room.
Oh my god.
So they can play or watch movies right from their hospital bed.
So it's not a center where they have to go to the place.
Right.
It could have them wheel it right into them.
Yeah, exactly.
Dang.
And there are already 8,500 of these in use around the world. And they're about to get a major update.
Nintendo, you are ballers.
Bravo to you, Nintendo.
Thank you. Well, that was our news bit. If you have any news or anything you're interested in, go to our Facebook page, Twitter page, Tumblr. Let us know. And you can actually keep up to date with news that we find by following us on those pages.
Because we will be posting throughout the week.
Yep. Because we are interweb savvies.
Looking at you, Chris.
So anyways, now I want to throw it over to my lovely host here for comics.
For comics? Okay. So, before I get into that, I want to go into a story that is sort of comic related.
Oh gosh.
But it's manga, so
okay, cool.
they're
What's
Japanese
up?
comics. But yesterday, on September 15th, we saw a very important birthday that might have gone unnoticed.
Oh.
For those of you who aren't familiar with the data books. But Naruto,
Yep.
in the Naruto-verse, September 15th is the birthday of everybody's favorite one-eyed sensei, Kakashi Hatake, or Hatake Kakashi if you prefer.
Holy cow.
So born at...
So this guy.
This guy.
Happy birthday, sir.
Happy birthday. I'm going to do a little bio. Born as the son of Sakumo Hatake, who is known as Konoha's White Fang, and the eventual student of Minato Namikaze, Konoha's Yellow Flash, who also went on to become the 4th Hokage, Kakashi grew up with no shortage of stellar ninja to influence him as he grew up.
Stellar ninjas.
And this was most evident in his meteoric rise throughout the shinobi ranks, graduating from the Ninja Academy at the top of his class at age 5, and rising to the rank of Chunin a year later at 6, going on to become a Jonin at age 13, followed by an... What's the word I want to use here?
Uh-oh.
I'm going to go with infamous career in Anbu.
There you go.
Before becoming the teacher of the titular character of the story, Naruto Uzumaki, who was the son of his deceased teacher. He was one of the most important things about Kakashi. What made him so formidable is his shrewdness, and when a lot of the time in manga, when the main character becomes more and more prominent, their teacher becomes obsolete. And this was never really the case with Kakashi, as, again, not only is he too cool, but while he didn't become a person of mass destruction like a lot of his students, his mind was one of his greatest assets. And what's really funny is that, like you said, he's too cool, and he doesn't seem like one of the most dangerous ninja in the world. So it's sort of, especially when the story begins, it's how dangerous his students see him, how dangerous his opponents see him, because this is a world-renowned ninja, they all know better. And then somewhere up in the stratosphere is how dangerous he actually is.
Yay!
So, happy birthday, Sensei. I hope you've earned...
Notice me, Senpai!
Notice me!
We love you.
But anyway, back in the realm of American comics.
America.
From DC this week, we saw Black Canary #4, issue #4 of Dr. Fate, issue #4 of Martian Manhunter, and issue #4 of Robin, Son of Batman, which has an arc which sees the titular character, Damian Wayne, trying to undo the events of a year he spent training in the in the League of Assassins called the Year of Blood.
Ooh.
So yeah, all of that was sort of his final preparation for eventually becoming the head of the League of Shadows. And now, because he spent all this time with his father and sort of learning that he can become more, he's trying to undo all of that, which he did. So it's becoming really interesting, especially...
Doesn't sound something so simple.
And yet, he's got his, issue number 2, I believe, saw him take on, I don't want to say a sidekick, a partner, but they're both sort of reluctant because she sort of just wants to kill him for the stuff he's done in the past. So yeah, their partnership's a little rocky. From Image, we are seeing issue number 5 of Southern Cross, which is a series about a young woman who is traveling to Titan, the moon of Saturn. Not the moon of Saturn. Moon of Saturn? Oh, wow. I forgot my astronomy. One of the Jovian moons. No, not one of the Jovian moons. Jovian is from Jupiter. One of the moons of the gas giants. Oh, shame is me. To find out what happened to her sister, who was working in an administrative position on that moon.
Wherever it is.
I believe is past the solar system's habitable zone. So props to the future for terraforming.
Yeah.
From Marvel, we are seeing in a number of in the latest installation of one-shots celebrating S.H.I.E.L.D.'s 50th anniversary.
Ooh.
Yeah, this week you're seeing Agent Carter.
Cool.
So we're getting another bit of Peggy Carter.
Nice.
It seems to be following the events of the comic series from last year, Operation Sin. So if you want to pick that up, feel free to. It might provide you with a little context. I don't think it's entirely necessary, but context is always good.
Yeah, exactly.
We're seeing issue number 5 of All New Hawkeye, issue number 5 of the Secret Wars tie-in Armor Wars, number 4 from Guardians of Nowhere, issue number 3 of my favorite Secret Wars tie-in, House of M. House of M was one of the biggest, baddest Marvel crossovers ever. And what is really cool is that this is basically showing, what if this actually happened? What if Magneto did rule Genosha and mutants reigned supreme?
Oh, shoot.
So, yeah, and the funny thing is...
Who wouldn't want to see that?
And the previous issue saw what looks like his son Quicksilver partnering with Namor to launch a coup. So it looks like there is a traitor amongst the heir apparents of the House of M. So that's really interesting. We're seeing issue number 5, the final issue of Secret Wars Journal, which has been it's funny. Every issue of Secret Wars Journal has been a collection of one-shots, essentially.
Okay.
So brief little, each issue is 3 short stories. And they can go from really optimistic to really macabre.
Oh my god.
So those have been really cool. I really want to see what they come out with in this one.
Yeah.
This one I haven't opened up yet. So I want to see what goes on in there. And issue number 5 of Spider-Verse. Oh boy, more Spider-Verse. That first series really took off, so hey, Secret Wars tie-in, each domain is a universe unto itself. Why not make one of them Spider-Verse? It was popular, let's keep it going.
See how much we can drag it out.
Yeah. From other publishers, we have the final issue number 4 of The Fiction from Boom Studios. Invader Zim number 3 from Oni Press.
Invader Zim has a comic series.
Yes, I'm so glad that finally continued after... Oh, man. I watched Invader Zim in middle school.
Oh, yeah.
I made a couple friends just from, shouting Invader Zim quotes at each other.
That's funny.
So, and the funny thing is, as much as I loved that show, as much as I was saddened to see it canceled, it had no business being on Nickelodeon.
No.
That was an Adult Swim series.
Yes. It was so, I don't know how they approved that sucker.
So I'm glad to see it finally returning in some way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
And more power to me, because I'll read comics and I will hear the voices. So it works for me.
Definitely.
And from Archie Comics, we have Mega Man number 53. This will be our first time seeing the Blue Bomber following the events of the last crossover with Sonic the Hedgehog, Worlds Unite. Cool. And he's going through a bit of a Captain America in peacetime thing, where Mega Man is always ready to fight for peace, but what is he left to do with in a peaceful world?
Wow.
So
you would think something like that would be boring because you want action, you want fighting, but seeing characters go crazy is kind of cool too.
Yeah, but I'm sure Dr. Wily is up to something, and he will be back in action soon. Oh, yeah. So
those bad guys don't rest.
Yeah, evil never sleeps. I think that's the term.
Yep.
So, what I've told you guys today is just what we're seeing this week from my personal pull list, and that's what we've been doing since this has been a segment on the show. And the reason we thought that was sufficient is because that list is quite extensive. But I did skip over Dark Horse, IDW Publishing, and that was just because there was nothing that I was subscribed to that came out this week. If there's anything that I don't have on this list that anyone out there would like to see, hit us up on Facebook or drop me a tweet at Crossing Frog, drop with the hashtag LB Pull List and say, hey, I want to know when these issues are coming out, and I will be glad to add that to the list.
And Crossing Frog is X-ing frog, right?
Keep it as short as possible.
Yeah, don't try to type in crossing.
You will not find
You won't find anything.
I'm not sure what you'll find.
Oh, truthfully. I don't know. Cool. Well, with that, we're going to take a quick break before our special feature. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next part. What?
We'll be right back.
Oh, yes.
Welcome back to Level Bosses. I hope you've got your Mountain Dew and your Doritos ready as we dive back in. Our top story tonight is Nintendo again. It's Nintendo night, isn't it?
This has been a Nintendo. We are so sorry. We did not realize.
I'm not sorry. I'm perfectly fine with this.
Master Race. So specifically, Pokemon Go. It is the smartphone app believed to be available in 2016 for both Apple and Android.
Wait, Nintendo's been talking about diving into the mobile gaming field.
And they are starting out big time. This is possibly what every little Pokemon child dreamt of. Growing up,
you have no idea what my Pokemon dreams were about.
Okay, maybe it's a step under, but I mean, who hasn't dreamt about a world of going out and finding your own Pokemon in your world? And this is basically what this app is trying to do. You go outside, and while you're exploring, oh hey, look, a Pikachu. Let me catch this darn thing.
Where?
It's okay. Or like, oh look, a battle. Somebody else who has it. Let's throw down.
So so from what I'm understanding, it's an app on your phone.
Yes.
And there are going to be Pokemon placed like in actual location.
It's an app to find Pokemon in the real world using location-based technology.
So I can look. So I'll be. Say I'm walking down I-30 for whatever reason. I would be walking down I-30. That's
walking
just the
down
first
the
thing that popped into my head. And I'll just see like, hey, there's a Pikachu off of exit 37.
Yeah.
Like right by the exit sign.
At least that's what you're assuming from the videos that have been shown.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen the video, it gave me chills and I might have teared up a little bit.
It was a little bit cheesy, but
I mean, it showed people. It kind of gave guidance from what I was seeing. Mm-hmm. You're walking along and it said Pokemon 200 feet away, 200 meters. I don't know what was on the video, but for us it would probably be feet. Right. Because that's how our world works for whatever reason. Our part of the world.
Let's not even go there because I will rant.
You're following the directions until you get to the location of the Pokemon.
Okay.
In which, I don't know if a lot of people remembered or not, but they kind of did this as an April Fool's with Google Maps.
I don't recall.
You don't recall this?
No.
Well, for an April Fool's, you could go onto Google Maps and you could click on Pokemon. You dragged the map around and you found Pokemon to catch.
That was this year?
No, it was like, I don't remember when it was, like last year or something like that. Or was it? I don't think it was this year. No, I think it was a while back.
That might be why I don't remember.
And so it's kind of funny that all of a sudden they're like, oh hey, it's real. But yeah, catch Pokemon, battle Pokemon, trade Pokemon. But the biggest, newest thing are group events.
Oh, I thought it was the incessant memes.
Well,
Oh my
True.
goodness.
but group events. In the video, you see people filling Times Square to destroy Mewtwo.
Because you need every single hand, foot, tentacle, whatever you can get. This is think of it like a raid boss in an MMO.
Yep.
Where you cannot do this without a large party.
Which is fun. I always loved raids, you know? Being able to work with people rather than battle people, I enjoy a lot more.
And see, for me, because I don't know, I'm one of those more cynical gamers.
Of course you
I don't
are.
talk to people unless I have to, so getting raid parties is often somewhat difficult. But from what I've seen, it looks like the Pokemon appears, the event starts,
Whoever's
and
there.
everyone there is a part of it.
Kind of like if I recall in Destiny.
Something like yes and no. Public events work like that.
That's what I was saying is it feels more like rather than a raid boss or something like that, it's a public event.
Okay, yeah.
So you show up and I don't know how they're going to work it. You can show up in the middle of it, in the beginning. I don't know. But in the end, you capture that Pokemon. Everybody gets one.
You get a Mewtwo. You get a Mewtwo. Everyone gets a Mewtwo. I had to do it. I'm sorry.
So, the thing is this just came out. There's so many questions like, okay, it showcased this in New York, Times Square. What if you're in a small town? Will you ever get to have public events? Like, how do they decide where public events happen?
Yeah, now that you mention it, it does sound like something that would be mostly in like large metropolitan areas.
Yeah,
New York,
'cause if
Dallas, LA.
Say back in my hometown, they threw down a Mewtwo.
El Paso.
I don't feel like a lot of people down there really appreciated Pokemon like I did.
Probably.
So I would be trying to take down this darn old Mewtwo by myself.
Nintendo, making cockfighting acceptable for children since 1995.
That's my other issue, though. You get into a battle with somebody. What if it turns into a fist fight?
Oh.
Because they're raging.
But you know what? In one of the manga, cause see, it's funny. Pokemon was one of those things that did it in reverse. Usually it goes manga, anime, video games. With Pokemon, the video game came first, and then a whole bunch of other media spawned from it.
Yeah.
So there was a manga called Pokemon Special, and some facets of it were a lot more realistic, like Pokemon being used to attack the trainer.
Yeah.
Or Pokemon being used to specifically damage the Pokeball so the Pokemon could not be released. Stuff like that.
Oh my gosh, that's disgusting.
So I'm wondering how serious this could get.
With people. I mean, there's plenty of people out there with anger issues.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, we haven't seen much violent news coming out of Pokemon battles before.
Well, true. You're right.
To my knowledge.
Yeah.
I'll throw that disclaimer out there.
Yeah, right. Another concern was safety and awareness.
Yeah, that's oh wow. Oh my god. That's all we need now is another reason for people to look down at their phones and not watch where they're going.
So one way that Nintendo tried to cover this is with the Pokemon Go Plus, which is a little clip that you can wear as a wristband or clip it onto you somehow.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. And
okay.
So what it does is it'll alert you vibrating to let you know something's going on, an event, Pokemon, whatever. It uses the Bluetooth off your phone.
So that way you don't have to be looking down at your phone at all times.
But of course, it's an additional cost. How many people are going to want to purchase something to be alerted when they could just have their phone out?
Microtransactions.
That was the other issue.
It's the new reality of gaming.
Are Pokeballs gonna, are you gonna have to spend to get Pokeballs?
Oh yeah, that was the cool
to trade.
And that was the cool thing I saw about the display is how you got to sort through the types of Pokeballs as you tried to capture your Pokemon. So it looks like they're trying to be as faithful as possible, because I saw Pokeballs, Great Balls, Ultra Balls. This is going to be really interesting.
Yeah.
How much is it going to cost me?
But that is the thing. Or is it one of those, like, every few hours it'll spawn another ball? But the thing is, this would mean that you couldn't go out and constantly catch Pokemon.
Right.
Without paying. You'd have to wait.
Which, I don't know. How bad is that, really? I mean, you use up all your Pokeballs. You have to put it back in your pocket and go do something else. Hey, you're already outside. Why don't you go for a walk?
Exactly. But that's the problem, is, are people really going to be patient enough? That is the other cool thing, though, is will this get people outside more?
Yeah, I mean...
Or is it just when they're outside, they're like, oh, let me check if there's Pokemon around, or on my commute to work. Like,
I don't know,
are people going to go on walks more often? I personally am.
Yeah, I mean...
It gives me something to do while I'm walking.
I like to think the more I like to take the more optimistic route.
Yeah.
No, see, I gush about Nintendo a lot. And I am not ignorant to the fact that they are a corporation that wants your money.
Yeah.
But they also seem to, place a great importance on the health and happiness of their consumers.
And that you see that in the Wii U, always alerting you to take a break. Even though they can't force you to do these things, at least they're trying to make you aware of it. I haven't seen that kind of awareness in anybody else's product.
Even especially with the 3DS, when using the 3Ds function, it'll tell, I think in the instruction manual it says, take a break every 30 minutes, even if it doesn't feel like you need one.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you don't know what it's doing to your vision, to your head.
I can't play in the 3D setting. I'm just going to say it.
And a lot of people don't notice the difference. I remember when I first got a 3DS, I was playing it with I was playing on the steps of my school. And a friend of mine walked up behind me and he's like, "Oh, is that the 3D? Is that the 3DS?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like, "Oh, it doesn't look 3D." But that was because I had the 3D function off. So I flipped it on. He's like, "Oh,
3D now."
Yeah, because he just got kicked in the face.
Yes. But anyways,
another
issue is the draining of battery life.
Oh, I already think of that.
I already have a phone that I can't even use. So, like, having that one game on there, I have to keep my phone plugged in constantly.
Buy extra batteries for your phone.
So that's all. Of course, the phone people are like, yeah, they're gonna go buy those cases with the added battery function on them. Or go make all this money.
Or the things that you charge up with your charger, and then they're like extra power for you to have for emergencies. I had one of those. I don't know what happened to it.
So, I mean, then again, my phone is, a little further back in the generations. So these newer generations might be able to have better battery function.
You don't have those, like, extra power saver functions on your phone?
I don't know. That poor thing.
Yeah. But, phones are expensive.
So, I mean, despite all the little concerns, I mean, I know they're going to come out with more items the further we go on. I am one of those that is very fearful of our time with awareness, with just the disconnect. I mean, I understand that it gets people out and you get to battle against people and whatever, and like, I don't think you'll make new friends. I think you'll battle someone and move on. I don't know how many people are going to take the time to trade with somebody else.
You'd be surprised.
Like, stop them on the street and be like, "Hey, you want to trade Pokemon?"
Well, not even. Like, I don't know. It's weird how you make friends. I will not deny that I've made a couple friends playing games online.
And that's when but I can see that when you're already in the game.
Right.
How can you tell? I mean, I guess if you battled somebody, you can go hunt them down and be like, "Hey, be my friend."
Yeah, because I imagine, like, if you're traveling down the street and say, I don't know if it's going to alert you to the presence of another trainer or not.
I feel like it would, yeah.
But if you two both stop and you're both standing there for the duration of the battle, one of you is going to notice, "Oh, that must be the guy I'm fighting." Yeah. So who knows what'll happen after that.
I mean, I'm a big fan of outdoors, friendship, and Pokemon.
We know.
So, like, this is my game. I cannot express how excited I am about it.
Oh, yeah.
Those microtransactions are making me really nervous, but I will definitely try this game. And I'm sure it's going to go out with a cost. And that makes me wonder, most games I've seen like $5, whatever, on the mobile app, and I wonder if they're going to start their whole own division of price scale.
Oh, that's a good point, because And
Because this is a very...
I would hope that they wouldn't put this out like it's a full price game, especially considering, you know, out of the I don't even know how many Pokemon there are now. We've only seen at least from the video, we've only seen examples from the first 150. So it looks like this is just going to be a sort of like...
They may add more in after a while.
Like on top of a topographical map, like extension thing.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it definitely has its own... I mean, the only graphics you've seen is... It's not like you're holding up your phone using the camera function and you see a Pikachu, which would have been really sick.
Would have been interesting.
If you, like, held it up and, oh, there's the Pikachu. But it looks more like it's in its own world. You saw a Pikachu on a grass plain, whatever, and they were throwing a Pokeball at it.
You're not getting actual Pokeballs. I think we need to make that clear.
Well, the video is very misleading.
Yeah. Don't let your little children watch this video and think that they're going to go out and start capturing Pikachu.
I know.
It's not going to happen. I'm sorry. One day.
But
genetic technology marches on every single day.
And then we get to Jurassic Park.
Oh, wow.
There is confirmation that there will be a closed beta of the game this winter. The Tokyo Game Show is happening this weekend.
Right.
So we may be able to expect a date on that closed beta. I'm definitely going to be all over that closed beta.
Please do.
I'm going to try my hardest, my darndest, so that you all
to
know.
Be the very best? Like no one ever was?
The very best.
I took it there. I'm not sorry.
Other than that, what do you all think? We want you to throw comments at us on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, wherever you find us. Tell us what you think.
I want to know what Pokemon you're going to start with. I want to know your signature attacks. I want to know everything about your Pokemon so I can assemble the best team to dismantle them.
In the video, the two people trade a Bulbasaur for a Vulpix. I was like, that Vulpix is mine!
That's not a fair trade! It's not! That's a starter for a commonly found Pokemon.
It was a child, so I mean, of course she got the better end.
I just have bad memories of making trades that were not in my best interest as a child.
Yeah, Pokemon cards. So, again, shoot us any information you have, anything on the wristband. Keep watching us. We'll push out news. We'll keep our eyes on the Tokyo Game Show happening this weekend for you. So.
Make sure you keep our eyes on us, and we will... Not literally. I don't let people watching me while I sleep.
No, that's kind of creepy.
A little bit.
But otherwise, thank you for watching.
That's our No, I think that's about it. So that's our show. Thank you guys for tuning in to the new and I'd like to think improved level bosses.
Sparkle, shiny new.
If you liked what you saw, please hit subscribe. If you didn't, hit subscribe anyway and watch us improve. If you're watching this on YouTube, leave us a comment. Let us know what you liked, what you didn't like, what you think we can improve on.
Definitely. We always want to keep growing.
And as Morgan has already stated, you can find us on Facebook, on Twitter, on Tumblr at Level Bosses. Except for Tumblr, that's levelbosses.tumblr.com.
Nice.
And until next time, I am King Bradley.
And I'm Morgan Fable. Thanks for watching.
See you later.